I'm John Ash, and I've been a chef for a long, long time. And the thing I really love to do the most is teach. And today we're going to do, I think, one of my favorite things that everybody can do. Everybody should know how to do this, and that is to make crepes. Crepes are traditionally from Brittany in France, where, interestingly, they would make them from buckwheat, which is actually kind of a misnomer because it's not wheat at all. It's actually a seed. But we've taken to now making them with flour, or you can make them with a combination of buckwheat and flour. Either way, it kind of works. The simplicity of it is that you can buzz it up in a blender, which is what I've done here, and it's best if you can do this at least an hour ahead of time. And the reason for that is that you want the flour to rehydrate so that your finished crepe won't taste floury and pasty. So what I'm doing is putting this on a low burner here. Let me turn this down just a little bit because I don't want to cook it too fast. And you'll notice that I have a little bit of butter or oil in here, but if you have a good non-stick pan like this, you actually don't need it because there's butter in the crepe batter itself. So it's kind of self-buttering, which is a good thing. So this is even quite a lot. I'm going to dump that out in there. It's always for the first one. The first one is the tester, and this is the one if you have a dog, if it doesn't turn out, you just flip it to the dog, but I don't think we're going to need to do that. So I've taken about a quarter cup of the crepe batter, like so, and what I'm going to do is take and just twist it around, make it as thin as possible. It's a pancake. Make it as thin as I possibly can, and then back on the burner. And you'll see that in just a minute or two, it begins to dry and the edges begin to get a little brown, and that's the signal that it's good to go. So I'm going to wait here just a second. And a spatula, heat-proof spatula, and your fingers are the best way to deal with this. So you can see here, I'm going to let it go for just a minute more here. And the great thing is, if you're making a lot of these, is to have two pans so that you can do it in half the time. So here we go. I'm going to turn it over, and this is the beautiful side, the first side. The other side, you'll see when I turn it back over, it doesn't get this kind of beautiful color, but that's it. So it's just the thin pancake that then you can fill with anything. We're going to do some sweet ones today, filled with fruit or lemon curd or whatever. And then you can do savory ones. And we're going to do it today with some shrimp and, oh, God knows what else. But you can see it's almost ready, and this is where you can use your hands. You can see what that side looks like. I'm going to give it just a second more. So how long is a second? It's good. And I'm going to stack that here, and there you go. And this is a dish that we're going to do with lemon curd and blueberries, but that's it. Couldn't be simpler. And the wonderful thing about it is you can make them ahead of time, wrap them in plastic and put them in the fridge for 2 or 3 days, or they freeze wonderfully too. If you're going to do that, I have some here, and you can kind of see what I've done. If you're going to do that, make them ahead. It's always a good idea to put a little sheet of wax paper or parchment or something in between them. This is an early version of something that we're going to do on a regular basis for the Press Democrat, and you can see them on pressdemocrat.com, Santa Rosa pressdemocrat.com, and sometimes you can read a recipe, but if you can actually see the process, it works a lot better.